Will AR glasses be the next smartphone? I kind of hope so. Let's take a look. It's Morningstar News. So we had this news article on Axios recommended to us today, and it says that AR glasses are what comes after the smartphone. And it's an interesting piece that kind of breaks down, where the technology is today and where it might be headed. So I just wanted to take a quick look at that for you guys. But basically, they talk about, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Apple, the big players are really, it seems like they're going forward with this technology. So it's really interesting that, these are the big players. So, they're all working on something. Facebook with their smart glasses. Facebook also has Oculus, which is the VR headset, which, could be a precursor to an AR headset. And AR glasses once they get their smart glasses out there. Microsoft has a HoloLens, which is mostly for business purposes. In Google Glass, it still exists. It's out there. It's being used in I think manufacturing, but otherwise, the consumer version basically failed, but it's still being used in manufacturing and enterprise situations. And then Apple, they don't have anything out yet, but they have ARKit on the iPhone. So, they're really heavily invested in this. ARKit is on version 4 now. They don't have, a VR headset, mixed reality headset, or glasses or anything like that yet. But with their patents and all the news coming out, they might have something early next year. So, all these big companies are really working on these types of things. And it definitely feels like it's the future. Now, so the big names are really working on something, but as this article outlines, there's some, still some things that they're having trouble with, or, these are the hurdles for AR glasses adoption. Miniaturization, they gotta be small. They gotta look like glasses, right? They can't be these big bulking headset like the Oculus Quest and whatnot are. And even the HoloLens, that's still a big bulky thing you have to have on your head. But I feel like these things have to be something that you can wear all the time. And of course, battery life is a concern, because again, you need to be able to wear these all the time. And if you have to take them off to charge, it kind of disjoins the experience if you don't have access to this all the time. And heat, of course. I know the Apple glasses are said to be offloading the processing into the to the iPhone or the iPad or whatever you're pairing these with. So that might be a solution, a temporary solution, even if that's what it ends up being. But definitely can't have something hot sitting on your face all the time. And now the display, of course, is, high field of view, high density pixels. You want this to be a great display. It's right there in front of your face, on your eyes. So, you can't skimp on the quality when it's that close to you. Some people say that 8K is too high, and what do you need that for? Well, 8K on a television that's 6 feet out in front of you, that's different than 8K right in your face. You can see a lot of detail when it's right close to your face. So that high quality display is really important. And then the last thing that they list here is the cost. Because obviously, in order for this to be developed for and for consumers to want to buy it, it's got to be a good cost. These aren't going to take off if everybody has to buy a $3,000 pair of glasses. But if you have a, $300, that's definitely something I feel like people could pick up. Kind of like the AirPods Pro. I think they're $200 now, and those are really popular. I feel like if you have a $300 to $500 pair of glasses, these can catch on. Personally, not too worried about the price in these early phases, but that's definitely going to be a factor for early adoption. So yeah, just a quick little article that was posted up in our newsfeed. We thought we'd share with you guys our opinions on some of these things. So yeah, check that out. And also, just for a little bit of fun, I'm gonna put a link in the description to an augmented shopping experience. It's kind of surreal, but I don't feel like this is the future. Actually, let's just take a quick look. So this is Hyperreality by Keiichi Matsuda. And it's a really interesting take. Again, we'll put the link in the description. But just take a look at, all this augmented reality stuff they're doing. Like, this is kind of crazy. There's just so much information packed into this. This person is riding the bus, right? And but there's all these displays, and there's points, and there's people talking to you, and as it goes through the video, there's overlays on the various shopping districts and things like that, and then this person goes shopping and they have a little shopping pet, and it's just really it's a lot. Of course, they call this hyper reality, so this is a lot being thrown at you, but I think it's really cool. It just the concept of it all. Now, this video also addresses, what happens when, you're all immersed in this augmented space, and then, things start shutting off, things stop working. And so, yeah, I just like this, how it switches from the augmented experience to, this is back in the real world. And then, it starts back up, and it's like, this kind of future, like, obviously not this, I mean, it's glitchy for one, but also it's just way too much, and too much color and all that kind of stuff. I think Apple, Facebook, Google, everybody who's going into this space, they're going to be cognizant of these types of experiences not being overwhelming and whatnot. So I have confidence that those types of things won't be a burden, I guess, is what we're trying to say here. But advertising is advertising, and early internet pop-up ads, and everything being in your face, it's definitely something to keep in mind. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool and thought we'd share it with you. This is all about the future of augmented reality. And while that video doesn't really say, this is the future, and we don't even really think it's a possibility for things to go that way. But who knows? How is this going to develop? The next smartphone, agree or disagree, whether you do or not, I think it's coming. And we're looking forward to it. And that's all we've got for you today. Take care.